Hi everyone, this video will show you how to set up your Cat3Design Tiller device with FlyByWire A380 add-on. So the tiller now comes pre-calibrated, which means you do not need to manually calibrate it upon receiving it. And so you can hook it right up, and all you gotta do is assign the axis and the buttons as appropriate. So here we are in a sunny Rockhampton in central Queensland, Australia, and this is an official international alternate for A380. I don't know if they've ever actually seen a real A380 at the airport, but the facility is capable of accepting aircraft that type for alternate use. The tiller is straight out of the box. I have not hooked it up to this computer, and also the FlyByWire A380 is freshly installed, and I have not changed any settings within it. So let's go ahead and hook up the tiller, and I'll take you through the process. Alright, so you see this prompt, new device detected, and I want you to press the keep default, otherwise it's going to assign random axes and buttons. So we'll press keep default. Alright, now we'll go to control options, and we'll make sure to select the Cat3Design A380 tiller. Alright, so as you can see, there's no automatically assigned axes or buttons, which is what we want to see. And go to search by name, and let's go ahead and start with the nose wheel steering axis. So if you type in nose, should pop up. Here we go, nose wheel steering axis. You click that one, and then press start scanning, and go ahead and turn the tiller handle until it recognizes the axis, and then press validate and press OK, and give it a test run. Seems to recognize it. I don't know why the bar is not moving, but this seems to be recognized. Next one is we'll do the pedal disconnect push button. So let's search for another input, and this time it's going to be water rudder, and you can see toggle water rudder here. Click that, start scanning, and simply press the pedal disconnect push button, and that should pop up with the button number 5 if you got Tiller Plus. If you got Tiller Original, then it should show number 1 there, and then press validate. Okay, and only if you have the Plus edition with a there's an ant here, go away. If you got a Plus edition, obviously comes with the 4-way view switch. So let's go ahead and set them up. You can set them up the way you want them to, but this is just a suggestion, and this is the way I personally use it. So the first thing is reset cockpit view. So type in reset, and there's a reset cockpit view here. Click that, and I'll assign that to the 12 o'clock position of the view switch, so that it toggles up. That's 12 o'clock. Start scanning, and it populates with the number 1, and then press validate. And the next one is we'll assign panning the view to the left. So we'll type in look left, and here cockpit look left, not the lockable one, but this one here, cockpit look left. Press that, and then we'll toggle the view switch to the left. That's 9 o'clock position. Start scanning, and it should show up number 2. Validate, and then the next one will be, you guessed it, look right. Cockpit look right. Here we are. Press that. And of course this will be the 3 o'clock position. So we'll move the view switch to the right. And then validate. And we got one more switch position available to us. So it's up to you however you want to use it, but the way I want to use it is to assign it with to a EFB view. So the default EFB view on the FlyByWire A380 is instrument view number 10. So I'm just gonna search with the instrument as the keyword, and there's toggle instrument view 10. Press that, and then we'll press the 6 o'clock position on the view switch. Start scanning. There you go. By the way, these numbers could be a little bit random depending on how the wiring is done on your particular tiller. So it could be a 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't matter what number it is. Okay, and press validate. All right. So you assign the axis, the tiller axis, and all 5 buttons on the tiller so far. Okay, so we'll go ahead and apply and save. Go back, resume. All right. Now let's go into the cockpit view of the A380. Here we are. So here's the EFB of the A380 add-on. Let's just test out the view switches. So I'm gonna go for 12 o'clock position on the view switch, and as you can see, it resets the view. This is what we want when we're going straight during taxi. And if you want to pan to the left, 9 o'clock position. And if you want to go back to the original straight view, 12 o'clock position. And then 3 o'clock, you get to pan right. And then if you want to look at the charts on the EFB, 6 o'clock position. And here we are. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so now we need to assign the tiller axis and also the pedal disconnect button to the A380 add-on. So to do that, let's go to the EFB, go to settings, sorry, that's setting there, sorry, settings, and then go to realism, and then make sure you turn on this option, separate tiller from rudder inputs. Turn that on. Okay, and and that will allow the control of the tiller using a separate axis, and as you can see, it's moving in the opposite sense. So you'll have to reverse the axis, which is easy to do. So to reverse the direction of the tiller, of course, you go to control options and the miscellaneous nose wheel steering axis, reverse axis, untick that, apply and save, go back, resume, and now the tiller moves in the correct sense. So now we have the correct sensing on the tiller handle. Let's just go ahead and turn it to 10 degrees increment marking here. And as you can see in the virtual tiller, it's sitting at about 7 or 8 degrees. And if you turn it further up to 30, maybe it's turning to just shy of 30 in the flight simulator. So we can go ahead and fix that by going to control options, and then make sure you have tiller selected, which we do go to sensitivity and then change the sensitivity minus to about 20. And the sensitivity plus also to 20. Press done, apply and save, go back, resume. All right, let's try it again. So we'll turn the tiller to 10 degrees marking in the physical tiller. And as you can see, the virtual tiller also turns to about the same correct angle. 30, yep, that's much better. And that's full. Okay, now to demonstrate the purpose of the pedal disconnect push button. So we are taxiing down the runway, and we're going to do a 180 at the end of the runway to line up before we depart for Brisbane from Rockhampton. And we're going to go ahead and do the flight control check. So the flight control check always starts with the side stick full back. Check the control surfaces on the ECAM, and the full down, back to neutral, full left, full right, and back to neutral. Now it's turn to do the rudder check. To do that, if you just move the rudder pedal, as you can see, because of the electronic linkage between the pedals and the nose wheel steering, the aircraft actually veers off the center line, and you don't want that. So the way we do it is to press the pedal disconnect push button, normally using your palm, like so. And if you move the rudder pedals, as you can see, the aircraft does not change its heading, although the rudder surfaces are moving. Okay, now we've done the flight control check. Now we can make the final 180 turn. And as you can see on the chart, it is compatible with A380. However, it's very, very tight, and it's preferably done using the external camera. And of course, when you're making a minimum radius turn such as this, it is a good idea to use asymmetric thrust. And just bear in mind that the left side or inboard side thrust isn't really helping you with the turn at all. So make sure you only use the outboard thrust in order to make this turn. Make it reasonably slow, but at the same time don't slow down too much, because the last thing you want is to get stuck in the middle of the turn. Okay, I'm using the view switch to pan the view as required. Okay, so that's a reasonable lineup.